We are back with tonight's installment of E's Inside Track Summer Concert Series.
Yes, we are, which features not one, but two chart-topping bands, Matchbox 20 and the Goo Goo Dolls.
Woohoo! What's up, Ken?
Hey, thanks, Mom and Papa Smurf. When you guys sent me off to St. Louis, I never thought I'd end up reporting on polygamy and the dangers of underage groupies, but hey, that's rock and roll.
Presented by Bud Light Music First.
Located, just touch me and you help me out. You guys all know this one. Tell me your name.
We're in St. Louis, Missouri, and we're on tour with Matchbox 20 and the Goo Goo Dolls, and only E has the inside track.
I was talking to Johnny when we first met, and I was just like, it was like, why did we not do this earlier? It just seems to make so much sense, the two of us together.
It really hit us when we looked out in the crowd, and you can see people in Goo Goo Dolls t-shirts singing every Matchbox song, and vice versa.
They've been dominating the world of alt-rock for almost the last 20 years, and now Matchbox 20's on the road with openers, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Tonight it goes all the way. Like they're going to pack it all the way over there. It's crazy. It looks really cool right there. It looks great.
So we're at the bus farm. So how many buses does Matchbox 20 need?
Well, we are actually touring with 7 Matchbox 20 buses, 4 of which are the 4 principal artists' personal buses.
They get their own bus. I don't think 20 years ago they each got their own bus.
No.
I think they each had a van that they piled into one van.
One of the main differences between, like, you know, us at 27 doing this on the road and then at 41 on the road is, you know, there's still a lot of young girls, only they're somebody's daughter.
Here we are on stage. It's almost 3 o'clock. So take us up until now. How did we get to this point now where sound check's about to start?
Well, we all rolled in actually from a day off yesterday in St. Louis, and we left our hotel about 7:45 this morning, so we start our days really early, and we essentially work until 2 a.m. We have a crew of local stagehands that come in, and they handle all the setup of all this lovely gear. They do a line check to make sure that all the instruments are working properly.
Oh my God, it's so hot. That bird was flying. He flew over. He was very excited, and then he just gave up.
Despite the heat, both bands do a sound check for some contest winners, a Q&A, and a meet and greet.
Michael? Mikey. All right, Mikey.
You know, this is the Buffalo connection. I'm from Buffalo.
Yes.
I've never met you guys. A lot of my buddies were going to your shows in Buffalo, you know, way back. And to see, like, the career that you guys have had, I mean, how does that feel to be where you are now?
You feel lucky.
And it's kind of great because we're playing to some new fans, too. You know, I mean, there's folks who, you know, may have gone to Matchbox shows who maybe wouldn't have come to ours. So, you know, after all these years, we're actually getting to play to some new people, too.
You guys have family. You have two kids.
I have one.
You have one. You have...
I have a son.
So are you able to get family out on the road? Is your wife out with you, or...?
They come back and forth.
Yeah,
like, my wife is out for like a week, and then another week or so she'll come out for a couple weeks and bring the dogs. Let's try and get our transitions really tightened up so that we can try and get that full 3 songs in the encore every night if we can.
I don't know if you're aware, but he has embarked on solo efforts.
I've heard something
You've heard about this.
I guess I feel like any polygamist wife would feel. Like, you know, he has a whole other thing and a whole other band, and sometimes he sleeps with them and sometimes he sleeps with us. And it's a little weird. I'm not going to speak for him, but we have a good time at what we do.
Yeah, somebody had asked me, like, if you guys had never really taken off, like, what would you be doing? And I said, well, I would just be doing this at a much lower level. Yeah. You know, but this is still the only thing that I was going to be doing.
See how far we come.